Good day, everyone. J7409 here with Weather News Today, the name you know, the news you can use. I'm going to get through this just as fast as I can because, wow, I got a little taste of that system that's coming your way up north. Heavy rain, and the winds this morning are awful. All of the ferries around in my area, the Ocracoke ferry, the ferry from Ocracoke to Hatteras, the Hatteras to Ocracoke, just about all of the ferries. There's one or two that's still open, but they're going to be closing soon. They've all shut down. The wind is awful, and I'm not getting half the stuff that you guys are, but my power has gone off and stayed off 3 times, and it has flicked 5 times since I've been up this morning. So let's get on with it while I can. This is the latest briefing. I'm just going to go over these briefings as quickly as possible. This is for the New Jersey and Delaware area in here. Strong to damaging winds. It's the latest one as of 6 a.m. this morning. Major coastal storm today into Saturday. What has changed? Not much, folks. It's coming your way. I hate to tell you, but it looks like by the time it gets to you, you're going to have this stuff. The winds are going to increase rapidly this morning, peaking during the afternoon and evening before diminishing slowly tonight and tomorrow. This thing just hangs around. It's a slow mover. Keep that in mind. Okay, you're going to have wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour with sustained winds of 25 to 35. So more than likely you're going to have some trees down, some power down, and you could possibly lose your power also. Where is this at? Everywhere. The strongest gusts mainly in PA, Delmarva, southern and coastal New Jersey. Okay, you are going to have the heavy rain, 1.5 to 2.5 inches, locally higher amounts. Roadways are going to be bad. And when these little showers come up, it's not like a thunderstorm. It's just heavy rain. Last night, I could not see across the water. It was raining so hard. I could hardly see to the edge of my bulkhead. I'm just trying to tell you, people. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to tell you. If you happen to get in one of these particular rain bands, it's going to be very heavy. High tide this morning through Saturday night. That's when coastal flooding is going to happen around New Jersey, Delaware, Atlantic coast, and Delaware Bay, including all of the back bays too. And snow. Yes, you got some snow in northeast Pennsylvania and the Poconos and northwestern New Jersey. That's today and tonight. And the winds for all the mariners out there today and tomorrow. Now, as we move on down, we see all this. You see everything is elevated, significant, or extreme. I want to move along here. This is the rain gauge, as you can see. Now, where it's yellow, that's the heaviest, the most rain. This color is looking like probably 1 inch to 1/2 inch. And as it lightens up, that's lesser rain. It doesn't matter if you get the rain. The wind is the thing you need to look at here. It's going to push all this water up, okay? Snowfall, here you go. This is what's expected. Not too bad down around Atlantic City, Medford. All these guys in this area right here over in Dover, Georgetown, that's 0 inches. When you move a little to the north, up at Morristown, New Brunswick is nothing, but Morristown should get 1 inch. Belvedere, Allentown, you people looking at about 1 inch of snow, okay? So please keep this in mind. Flooding, here we go. Wherever, now this has changed a bit since last night. Last night, right in this way, was major flooding all around Cape May. This morning, National Weather Service has it at moderate flooding. Moderate flooding from just north of Middlesex all the way down the coastline all around up to Cumberland. Also down in Sussex, Kent, all the way up. Now, when you get to the yellow, minor flooding. And when you get to Delaware, Philadelphia, and Bucks, all the way up to Mercer, that is spotty flooding. It will flood in some areas it won't. When you see this green, no flooding. That's what's expected. No flooding in that area. Okay, moving right on along here. Generally 1 to 2.5 inches of rain, lesser amounts in Delmarva. You got the chance of flooding. I don't have to go on with that. Your winds will increase rapidly this morning, 25 to 35 miles per hour, with gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour through this evening. They should calm down late tonight, but I'm telling you, you're still going to have some wind. I cannot believe the wind that I'm having this morning at my house. Before I go any further this morning, I want to take just a moment to say, please check on the elderly. If you have any elderly neighbors around you, please check on the disabled, and please don't forget about pets. Please do these things. I know when I have a hurricane coming my way, it's really bad on me, and please just check on these people. If there's anything you can do for them, make sure they're safe and make sure your pets are safe. Okay, now we're up into the Boston area. This came out yesterday afternoon. As I looked at it last night, I didn't update it because the storm was going on. I was having power problems, and it's the same. They haven't changed anything, but they did update it at 3:13 yesterday afternoon. So this is what it's like. What has changed when they updated it. The increased snow totals, especially across the higher terrain of central and western Massachusetts. High wind warning will be expanded, okay, in the northwest into the northeast and central Massachusetts and northwest Rhode Island. Now, the wind advisories everywhere else in southern New England. Winter storm warnings will be issued for the Berkshires and also other areas coming up. Hurricane force wind. Now, you didn't have this, but you do now. Hurricane force wind warning issued for eastern Massachusetts waters, including around Cape and islands, except for Boston Harbor. As you can see here, this flooding is going to start for you guys late this morning and tonight and tomorrow, because you got all these different cycles of the full moon. And yes, the full moon is out bright. I saw it at 4 a.m. this morning. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to just happen one time and go away. It's going to build constantly, and this is for the eastern Massachusetts coast, including Nantucket. Okay, 25 to 35 foot seas. Please, anybody out on the water, get in. The damaging winds, 40 to 75 mile per hour plus gust. One place I saw, it was already up to 80 mile per hour gust as it was headed your way. I don't know what you guys are getting at the moment, but your worst has not even got to you, okay? Now, of course, this is the same old routine like it is for all of us. Things are going to fly around. Trees are probably going, going to fall, and you have the greatest chance of power outages. This is for all eastern Maine and Rhode Island, and especially the Cape Islands. This is Friday and Saturday. The heavy rain in eastern Maryland and Rhode Island, that heavy rain is for today, and that's going to cause some river flooding. Rain will be changing to wet snow. The greatest risk is in the interior high terrain, but cannot be ruled out across other locations. When should this happen? This afternoon into tonight. You can see, look, you got lots of extremes. Coastal flooding, beach erosion, eastern Maine, extreme. Storm force winds, waves over 25 feet. All southern New England waters extreme. Damaging winds are significant, along with the fresh water flooding. It's elevated, and the heavy wet snow is also significant. Here you go with your flooding map. 3 to 4 foot storm surge is expected. Wherever you see the red, well, that's major flooding. Okay? Moderate to major flooding. Where it's yellow, that's minor flooding. Everywhere along the coastline here, you guys are going to get flooding. Now, when high tide comes up, the shore roads, of course, they flood up, and your roads there could flood up to 3 feet of water. And these roads are probably more than likely going to be impassable. Many basements are probably going to flood. There's going to be beach erosion, dune breaches. Seawalls may be damaged. Damage possible to shoreline buildings, mainly in the historically vulnerable spots. Damage to marinas, docks, and piers. Boy, I know about piers getting tore up. Smaller craft may break away from moorings, especially in the unprotected areas. Okay, the timing, well, with the tide cycles, it's going to be Friday through midday into Saturday midday. This is a look at the wave height and wind gust. Your wind gusts are over here. Everybody is in from 60 to 69 to 68 to 67. You got the drift, okay? We have 157. This should be around highest winds you get around Block Island. So far as your waves, look at that. 30 to 35 all around. When you come right offshore, these are like 12 to 15, 7 to 10. You got the drift. Northwest winds are going to gust 65 to 80 miles per hour for all of the mariners. Please be careful. Hurricane force wind gusts coupled with the 25 to 35 foot seas is going to result in life-threatening situations. Please, please get the word out and keep this in mind. Wind gusts for everybody around Plymouth. I want to put this up a bit. You see this circle that's right here. I've been saying all along, Providencetown and Nantucket, you guys are just going to get it. Bless your hearts. And that's the way the National Weather Service is looking at it now. Also, Providencetown, hurricane force wind gusts may result in property damage and numerous power outages in all of this area. Okay, you got 74 mile per hour wind gust up here, 76 down in Nantucket, and this just goes on and on. Plymouth, you're going to be on the edge anywhere from 60 to 70, I'd say. Boston, 62 miles per hour. Newburyport, 64. And even as we come inland over in Foxborough, 56, Bedford, 52. When we move a little further, you can see Putnam, 49. Over here, Hartford, 45. The lowest we have is in North Adams, and that's around 33. But you guys, you see it. I know you've got to be prepared by now. I know a lot of you have already evacuated. If you choose to do so, that's a good idea. If you're not used to this kind of stuff going on, I would recommend it highly if you haven't been through a lot of this. And even if you have, still, it might be a good idea. This is like a hurricane in the wintertime. You won't get a direct hit, but it's going to be so close you're going to get all the side effects from it. Okay, this is the total for the rain. Looks like New Bedford's going to get 3 to 4 inches. And for the snow, New Bedford 1 to 2. As we move on up, you see 3 to 4, 4 to 6. This is what's happening here. This is the high-end chance of snow. If this thing was to stick around more than it should, before it gets out. It's going to hang around all you want too long anyway. New Bedford would get 4. If you hear anything, that's stuff hitting my house from the wind blowing. Coventry 7. This would be if it hangs around. It's not what is expected, okay? But you can see how those totals rise. Okay, high confidence is moderate to major coastal flooding along the eastern Massachusetts coast. High confidence in the damaging wind gusts across eastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and especially the Cape Islands. Moderate confidence in the wet snow accumulations across the higher terrain of north central and western Massachusetts. So there you have it, my people, for your areas. Be safe, be alert, be prepared in every way. And last but not least, we have the Long Island area. They have not put up another briefing. This is number 3 since yesterday at 4:30. So here's the latest one that you have. They haven't put up one this morning. They did this one yesterday afternoon, and it looks pretty accurate. What's changed? High wind warning expanded for New York City, the remainder of Long Island and coastal Connecticut and South Westchester County. Winter storm warning issued for Orange County and winter weather advisory for Putnam, North Fairfield counties, wind advisories. It's just the wind, folks. All of this. Lower Hudson Valley, parts of New Jersey, as we've already been over. The main impacts, here we go. Of course, it's this coastal impact, okay, to the flooding along the coast. Well, you should have inundation of 2 to 3 feet above the ground in vulnerable areas. Where are these areas? New York Harbor, South and East Bays of Long Island and Long Island Sound, as well as Jamaica Bay. Highest threat, South Queens, South Nassau. When should it happen? Today, this morning, it should start, and it should last through tomorrow night. Same goes for the wind. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again. You're going to get all of this high stuff. Okay, coastal flooding is elevated. Storm force winds have been moved up to extreme. Damaging winds in the Long Island, coastal South Connecticut, and northern New London County significant. Heavy snow, Orange County and higher elevations, that's elevated, and your freshwater flooding is significant. As we look around right here, National Weather Service of New York, this is your coastal water hazards. These are your watches and warnings. You can see where they are. Minor to moderate coastal flooding is expected this morning, okay? But that don't mean that's going to be the end of it once you see it. It's going to continue till this nasty butt storm gets out of the way. Widespread moderate coastal flooding is possible during the times of the high tide, right on through tonight, tomorrow night along Jamaica Bay, southern and eastern bays of Long Island, including the Atlantic Ocean beachfront, okay? And what else is going on? Strong to damaging winds. Look out, Long Island. Wherever it's red, this is New London up here, but wherever it's red, Long Island, you only have one little patch, and that's like 55-mile-per-hour winds. Everything else is above 55-mile-per-hour winds. They're really around 60, and who knows, they may gust even higher. So, you know the deal. Power may go out. Things are going to go on. Expected snowfall, not too bad for Long Island itself, maybe 1 or 2 inches. When we move on over to the northwest, it increases to 2 to 3 to 5 to 4 inches in places. If it were to hang around, well, of course it would be a lot more. The heavy rain everywhere looks like wherever you see this red and this orange, that is anywhere around 4 to 5 inches of rain. Okay, so look out, and there you go. That's what it's looking like. Do they have any uncertainties? Magnitude of coastal flooding Friday night into Saturday night. depending on the track and intensity of the low. Well, look, I'm just telling you, it's full of power. I'm going through the wind. I've got to go through the wind started last night after the rain. It was not windy while it was raining. It was so very calm. After the rain, the wind started, and now it's cold. Brr. It's cold at my house, and it's going to stay that way probably for the rest of the weekend and probably some of next week. It's cold again. So those are a few signs you can look for. Please keep this stuff in mind and be safe, my friends. Wrapping this up this morning, we will take a quick look here. As of around 7 a.m. this morning, you can see what's going on. The rain has started on the coastlines. Looks like we've got a little ice stretch going on through here also up in the Maine, running down just a tad, not very big, just a little brief bit. We have snow up in the New York City area, over in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Pennsylvania, we have some snow in West Virginia. This is some wet snow going on down in the Washington area, right north of Washington, I should say. Everybody else is getting rain. Here's what these rain bands are looking like. This one must have gone over me. It was bad, people. So let's check the wind out at this time. What is the system looking like? It really hadn't got to you yet. It's still hanging off my coast. That's why I'm getting beat to death with 40 and 50 mile per hour winds right now, okay? That's why I'm having this stuff. So what we will do is we'll move it up a little bit to around 11 a.m. this morning. You see how this thing moves? It's so slow, people. So slow in movement. 3 p.m. this afternoon, and as it's hanging off of my coast, it explodes for you guys when it gets to you. 10 p.m. tonight. We will go to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's getting so big I can't even hardly get it all in the frame. We'll go to lunchtime tomorrow. You can see it. You can understand what's going on now. All of you guys are going to be feeling stuff. So if you have any pictures or anything you'd like to send me about this storm, my email address is just click show more, scroll down to the bottom, you'll see it, send it to me. I want to thank Patricia in Long Island for sending me some pictures. Patricia, if you get a chance, send me some more. Please, everybody, be careful and be safe. I love you. I don't know if I'll be able to get another video out today. I'll try my best as long as I have power. Everybody stay safe. Much peace, love, and kindness to all.